The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. The government wiping BPL bills will affect residents on Grand Key and Moores Island in Abaco. The FNM calling the move a desperate political ploy. The voters register errors due to a system glitch. And Haitians jailed over forged NIB cards. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Chester Robards will be joining us. Also this morning, we're talking with PLP candidate for St. Anne's, Keno Wong. And later in business, it's our monthly series with Bristol Wines and Spirits. A lot going on this Wednesday morning, final Wednesday of April. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while you're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, 2 weeks before the May 12th general election, the Davis administration says that it is wiping away the electricity bills of qualifying residents on Grand Key and Moores Island, who were reportedly affected by long-standing electricity billing issues that arose in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian and made worse by the COVID pandemic. So the government saying in a statement in response to questions from the Nassau Guardian on the issue, quote, the government is satisfied that these accumulated balances were caused by circumstances beyond the control of ordinary consumers. Families should not be placed in fear of disconnection because of bills that built up during a period when the system itself was unable to operate in the normal way. After review, the government has determined that the fairest course is to protect affected consumers by absorbing the eligible accumulated balances through an offsetting arrangement between the government and the Bahamas Power and Light Company. The government says this is going to allow the matter to be settled responsibly without placing the burden on the residents. But FNM Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands called the move a desperate attempt by the PLP to use public funds to pay their political tab. Sands saying, quote, this is shocking and an absolute disgrace. It speaks to the level of desperation of an administration whose popularity is in free fall. As many are questioning why, after 4.5 years in office and 2 weeks before the general election, the government decided to act on the issue now. The government says, quote, this matter arose in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian and was made worse by COVID. Hurricane Dorian destroyed major parts of BPL's infrastructure in central Abaco and the Abaco Keys, while COVID Measures later restricted movement, business activity, and normal operations across the country. The Parliamentary Registration Department downplaying errors on the voters' register, which was published on Monday, saying that they were the result of typographical errors and a system glitch. But the FNM again sounding the alarm, warning that the situation could impact the credibility of the approaching general election. PRD saying the errors will not be of any consequence come election day. It says that the errors have been identified and that as a result of the typographical errors and the system glitch, not going to be consequential to the outcome of the election, as the voter's card and counterfoil contain the accurate information that will be relied upon on voting day. 3 Haitians, 2 men and a woman, were sentenced to prison after admitting to using forged NIB cards at the Allenstown Bimini Airport. 35-year-old Peterson Agostis, 30-year-old Letil Delhomme, and 29-year-old Jody Altius pleaded guilty to possession of forged documents and uttering forged documents when they appeared before Senior Magistrate Kendra Kelly Burrows. Auguste and Delhomme, who were in the country illegally, were each sentenced to 18 months in prison, while Auguste, who had a pending work permit renewal, received a 1-year sentence. The magistrate recommended deportation for Auguste and Delhomme. On April 25th, the convicts traveled to Bimini from Nassau on Western Air. They were arrested after presenting the bogus NIB cards to an immigration officer. A man has pleaded guilty to causing an accident by dangerous driving. Ashmead Thompson was driving a Mack truck east on Prince Charles Drive on March 10, 2025, when he ended up in the westbound lane and collided with a truck driven by Ray Hepburn. He was taken to the hospital and died at home 10 days later. Thompson, who was initially charged with vehicular manslaughter, admitted to the amended charge before the trial began before Justice Dale Fitzpatrick. He remains on bail and will return to court for sentencing on May 7th. Garden Hills MP Mario Boleg slamming FNM candidate for Garden Hills Rick Fox, accusing him of using old ideas as his plans for the constituency. Boleg making the statement during the PLP's Choose Progress rally at Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium on Monday night. Boleg slammed Rick Fox's plan to revitalize Harold Road Park, saying that the plan was introduced by the National Trust and that Fox was copying their plan to, quote, swing the Garden Hills people. And senior pastor of Bahamas Harvest Church, Mario Moxie, has been appointed as the new president of the Bahamas Christian Council. Moxie will serve a term from 2026 to 2029. In a statement from the Christian Council, Moxie called the appointment a privilege while declaring that the council will embark on a clear and compelling mandate in the new term, dubbed, quote, One Voice, One Church, One Nation. Overseas, King Charles III marking the 250th anniversary of American independence from Britain with gratitude that the two countries united to build what he called one of the most consequential alliances in human history. He's also urging that both nations ignore the clarion calls to become even more inward-looking. Speaking Tuesday to a joint session of the U.S. Congress, King Charles repeatedly highlighted the historical and cultural ties that he said have cemented an enduring bond between the United States and the United Kingdom. But even as he spoke in unifying, optimistic terms, he delivered a series of nuanced warnings encouraging leaders in the U.S. to remain collaborative and engaged in global affairs. He said the alliance between the U.S. and the U.K., tested anew by U.S. President Donald Trump's war in Iran, cannot rest on past achievements. He urged unyielding resolve in backing Ukraine against Russia and heralded the NATO alliance that Trump has consistently undermined. The king praised religious pluralism and interfaith dialogue in terms that are rare in Trump's Washington. As the White House rolls back regulations aimed at denting climate change, the king also encouraged those in power to, quote, reflect on our shared responsibility to safeguard nature, our most precious and irreplaceable asset. And a spate of attacks against civilians and military bases in Colombia's southwestern region, raising security concerns as the country heads to a May presidential election in which crime is expected to be one of the top voter concerns. Rebel groups have staged 26 attacks with explosives and drones since Friday, including a deadly blast Saturday on a highway between the cities of Cali and Popayan. The death toll in that explosion rose to 21 people by Monday. Violence in the region is nothing new. Illegal groups have sought to control the area for decades, deeming it strategic for illicit activities such as illegal mining and drug trafficking, including the cultivation of coca leaf, the raw material for cocaine.
This is Sports Update.
In sports, swimmers are back in action locally, competing at the 6th annual Lyford Swim Club Invitational, hosted at the Betty Kelly Kenning Swim Complex over the weekend. At the end of the meet, Mako Aquatics led the team standings with 1,151 points and 102 medals, including 49 gold. The Blue Wave Swim Club racked up a total of 717.50 points and 61 medals, including 19 gold, finishing second. And Barracuda Swim Club recording 581.50 points for third place, with 11 gold, 19 silver, and 16 bronze. From the NBA, with their backs against the wall, Bahamian rookie sensation Valdez Vijay Edgecombe Jr. and the Philadelphia 76ers responded big Tuesday night, beating the Boston Celtics 113-97 to pull within 3 games to 2 in their NBA best-of-7 first-round playoff series. Game 6 is set for Philadelphia on Thursday. And with another playoff game last night, Victor Wembanyama had 17 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 blocks, and the San Antonio Spurs never trailed in eliminating the Portland Trail Blazers with a 114-95 victory Tuesday night in Game 5 of their first-round playoff series. De'Aaron Fox had 21 points. Julian Champagne had 19, and Dylan Harper scored 17 for the Spurs, who led by as many as 28 in winning their 3rd straight game in the best-of-7 series to advance to the second round. San Antonio advances to the Western Conference semifinals for the first time since 2017, when they beat the Houston Rockets before losing Kawhi Leonard to an ankle injury and then getting swept by the Golden State Warriors in the conference finals. The Spurs will face the winner of the series between the Denver Nuggets and Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves lead that series 3-2 with Game 6 scheduled for Thursday. And now more NBA news. A hot hand on the hardwood. Former NBA player Damon Jones once proclaimed himself the best shooter in the world. As an assistant coach, he helped guide the Cleveland Cavaliers to their only championship in 2016. But after his playing and coaching days ended, Jones betrayed the game he loved, admitting in court Tuesday that he exploited his fame and insider access to profit from sports betting and rigged poker games. The 49-year-old Jones became the first person to plead guilty in a gambling sweep that led to the arrest of more than 30 people, including reputed mobsters and other basketball figures. Sports bettor Marvis Fairley is poised to become the second. During back-to-back hearings in Brooklyn federal court, Jones entered guilty pleas to 2 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud for his role in schemes to defraud major sports books, including DraftKings and FanDuel, and filch millions of dollars from unwitting poker players. Jones apologized to the court, his family, and his peers, and also to the National Basketball Association, the NBA. He said the sports betting conspiracy, which ran from December 2022 to March 2024, involved using his knowledge of non-public information about injuries to NBA stars, including his one-time teammate LeBron James, to gain an edge in sports bets. He acknowledged that his actions not only broke the law, but that they also violated the NBA's code of conduct and the sports betting website's terms of service. That's sports. And that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. Your first look at weather brought to you by Star General. We've got high pressure north of the area. That's going to continue to support light to fresh breezes and bring mostly stable and warm temperatures. However, some light passing showers are possible due to a weakening frontal boundary just east of the central Bahamas. That front's expected to dissipate later today. So for today, we've got a moderate risk of rip currents along Atlantic exposed beaches. Beachgoers are advised to exercise caution. And everyone's being advised to remain hydrated, wear protective clothing and sunscreen, and seek shaded areas during peak sunshine hours between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. UV indices are expected to be in the high to extreme range today, and heat indices will reach the mid-90s. Temperature's going to get close to that, too. We'll tell you about that in a second. But for today, a forecast for most areas, well, the northern half of the country at least, looking at mostly sunny conditions, turning fair tonight. The central and southeast Bahamas looking at a mix of sun and clouds, mostly fair tonight. All areas looking at a 10 to 20% chance of showers. Winds east to southeast at 10 knots or less, occasionally falling light and variable at times for the northern half of the country. East, northeast to east, southeast at 10 to 15 knots. For the central and southeast Bahamas, increasing to 15 knots with higher gusts by Wednesday evening for the southeastern islands. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs around 88 Fahrenheit, even close to 90 for the southeasternmost islands. So that puts it at about 31, 32 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to the low 70s, even the mid 70s for the south and central Bahamas. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook coming up in just a bit. Weather Check brought to you by Star General Insurance, made simple.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way.
You are listening to Morning Blend. When we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on your home for fresh news and smart talk all day. Guardian Radio 96.9.
Elevate your gadget game, or a tech trouble simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows, or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patdale and Caves Village, or call 396-1100.
5 years of POP rule. Are you better off today? While you work, they've spent millions on taxpayer-funded trips, a government-funded luxury car, and handouts of millions in no-bid contracts. But for the rest of us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare that is broken, unaffordable, and out of reach. And it's not just your wallet. For 5 years, illegal immigrants have flooded our communities, putting excessive pressure on our schools, our housing, and our social services. As they flood in, Bahamian families fall behind. Under the F&M, there will be a change. The F&M has a plan to address the rising cost of living, secure our borders, protect Bahamians from illegal immigrants, and fix our health care. Because the F&M knows our job is to work for you and not the few. This message was paid for and authorized by the Free National Movement.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming, but with CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you toward peace of mind and financial stability. Low upfront costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth so you can live well. Visit us at cfal.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
CFAL is a proud sponsor of Team Bahamas for the 2026 Carifta Games. Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
5 years of PLP rule. Are you better off today? While you work, they've spent millions on taxpayer-funded trips, a government-funded luxury car, and handed out hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts. But for the rest of us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare that is broken, unaffordable, and out of reach. And it's not just your wallet. For 5 years, illegal immigrants have flooded our communities, putting excessive pressure on our schools, our housing, and our social services. As they flood in, Bahamian families fall behind. Under the F&M, there will be a change. The F&M has a plan to address the rising cost of living, secure our borders, protect Bahamians from illegal immigrants, and fix our health care. Because the F&M knows our job is to work for you and not the few. This message was paid for and authorized by the Free National.
The unsung heroes give us pride in the present, hope for the future, and most importantly, become living examples of the best that we can be.
CIBC Caribbean wants to reward the unsung heroes in our communities. Do you know someone who's been doing outstanding work in their community or performed an extraordinary act of heroism, bravery, or kindness in the last 12 months? Nominate a hero today. Go to CIBCCaribbean.com to learn more.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Join me now, Chester Robards. Chester Robards, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you again. Thank you for filling in. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Wonderful stuff. We got a lot to talk about today. Our guest today, PLP candidate for St. Anne's, Kino Wong, scheduled to be with us this morning. And later in business, it's our monthly series with Bristol Wines and Spirits. Looking forward to that as always. That's all ahead. But right now, let's talk about what else is in the news. So, in the news, hey, I've been off for a couple days. Chester, what have I missed? Anything exciting happening? Did the commissioner of police or anybody associated with the police force explain the shooting of the guy by the off-duty officer? I've been asking for about that for weeks now. Any response to that? No, and nobody else cares. They just forget it.
Not sure that we even heard from the commissioner.
Well, okay. Do we still have a commissioner?
I think the commissioner was dissolved too.
You mean along with the House? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not. There are other people who speak on the police force. Nobody said a word. No government official. A man was shot in the street by an off-duty officer, and nobody's saying anything.
Correct.
Have we started the rumor that guy was American so that we can get some help? We haven't started that yet.
We just did.
Okay. I mean, I've been threatening to say it, but, Wow. Okay. Anything exciting happening with BPL and Pike and Island Grid? I'm sure. Did anything change with that?
Lots of exciting things happening with
Yeah?
BPL and Island Grid.
Yeah. Give us a quick rundown.
Well, we found out that Island Grid didn't have any shares in Bahamas Grid.
What does that mean?
They're not an owner. They're not an owner of Bahamas Grid. We used to think that the Pike Corporation had some.
Wait, it's two. Is it Pike or Island Grid? Because one might say
Eric Pike was the top man of Island Grid,
and Pike. So what are we saying now? That Island Grid is not a 60% owner of Bahamas Grid?
That's correct.
So who is the 60% owner?
The people who invested their money in it, in Bahamas Grid. The people who and
you mean all the rich people that bought
who put in equity?
So they have majority interest in the company?
Yeah.
Well, that's very dangerous. So what is Pike's? What's their? Who are they? What are they to this?
They, after June, apparently will be persona non grata.
Mm-hmm.
They basically were hired to get the grid upgrades going, and now that is and will be complete, when they say, we grid them farewell and adieu.
But that isn't what we were told before, though. Or did I just completely misunderstand everything?
We expected Island Grid to be a thing for 25 years. If the government said so, for another 10 years after that. But all we know is after June.
But when they dumped all those papers on us, it didn't suggest that either, though, right?
Didn't suggest that they would leave early?
It didn't suggest any of those things. They weren't the owner.
Oh. Well,
did we misread that?
After reading it never suggested that Island Grid would be a majority owner. The heads of agreement didn't, but the government said that at some point in 2024.
Okay. Can I go back on vacation?
Nope.
No. So what's what now? What? So I'm confused.
So the Cliff Notes is that after June, Bahamas Grid will be fully Bahamian run, and Island Grid will be doing nothing for them anymore, and Pike workers will have transferred their lovely knowledge to Bahamians on the grid and go back home. They want
go back to their safe homes where they don't get shot by off-duty officers.
Correct.
Yes. Well, isn't that beautiful? Okay. Okay.
But we do not know.
So they heard all of
anything.
us saying this for all these months, and no one said, are we going to correct the stupid media for and all the public, the ridiculous public for saying this stuff? Then nobody said until now.
Well, that's what the new CFO said on the call. She said, I've been seeing all these things in the media about Island Grid. It's all wrong. They don't own a majority stake in Bahamas Grid.
Did she know this before she became CFO, or did she also come into this knowledge suddenly once she got the position?
I have no idea.
This is just great.
So now we're all up to date. We just don't know.
So the government that likes to correct us for everything heard everybody saying this and never, ever, ever thought once to say, nope, you've got this wrong. That's not what we've been saying. Never, ever, 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 ever?
Why would they do that?
What?
I mean, it was only after the poor prime minister suggested that we got a bunch of information on the power updates that they threw 5,000 pages at us.
Oh man. Okay. Wow. Okay. Did I miss anything else? I am afraid to ask.
Well, I mean, the only thing you missed. Oh, I mean, we've been really, really good at detecting fake documents nowadays.
Oh, that's
you didn't really miss much of that. That's been ongoing since.
But that is a recent development. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since the FNM brought it up, it's suddenly been a thing.
My goodness. So
it's
maybe you can answer this question. When will I get my voter's card?
Oh, your biometric card?
Yes, the new fancy biometric card. Is it ready for me yet?
Blood. I don't know.
Oh, the election's still May 12th, right?
I don't know. If it's up to the FNM, it wouldn't be.
So that's 2 weeks from yesterday, and I still and no one said anything about my card. And I told you it's not going to be pretty if I have to use that purple thing. It's not. We're going to be conjoined.
Use your passport.
Oh, okay.
Travel like you're traveling.
Boy. Well, that's just great. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Now the BPL thing. That's a new development, but you walk straight into it. So.
Oh, someone just sent me a list of. They sent out a list for where to pick up your biometric card. So they're ready. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, you gotta go pick it up. Okay.
Okay.
Did you get a notice?
No, I
okay.
didn't. Okay. All right. So they're telling me it might be ready if I go there. For my area, I need to go to the Fox Hill Community Center. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Well, that's just great. Thank you for the quick. What's new in the 242?
Can I get my BPL bill taken care of?
Hey, that's what we're going to talk about right now. We might need to move, but let's do it. Let's move to Avico. Let's move there because the government's wiping BPL bills. Smudgy taxes to it, but they're wiping it clean for some people. Our Travis Cartwright Carroll writing about it today. 2 weeks before the May 12th general election, the Davis administration said yesterday that it's wiping away the electricity bills of qualifying residents on Grand Key and Moores Island in Apico, who were reportedly affected by long-standing electricity billing issues that arose after the Hurricane Dorian and made worse by the COVID pandemic. So in response to questions from the Nassau Guardian on this issue, the government said, quote, it is satisfied that these accumulated balances were caused by circumstances beyond the control of ordinary consumers. Families should not be placed in fear of disconnection because of bills that built up during a period when the system itself was unable to operate in a normal way. After review, the government has determined that the fairest course is to protect affected consumers by absorbing the eligible accumulated balances through an offsetting arrangement between the government of the Bahamas and Bahamas Power and Light. This will allow the matter to be settled responsibly without placing the burden on residents who were already carrying the weight of disaster, disruption, and uncertainty. This intervention reflects the Davis administration's commitment to fairness, consumer protection, and responsible resolution of inherited matters. These balances accumulated under the former F&M administration, and for too long, the affected residents were left exposed to pressure and uncertainty. When was the last election, Chester? Just trying to remember things, some brain fog. 2021? Just getting cleared up now. The government said, quote, the government has taken the position that where Bahamians have acted in good faith and where hardship was created by disaster, system disruption, or circumstances beyond their control, the state has a duty to step in and provide a fair resolution. The ministry responsible will work with BPL to identify eligible accounts, apply the approved offsetting arrangement, and ensure that affected consumers receive clear communication about the status of their accounts. The government will continue to protect consumers, strengthen accountability in public utilities, and address legacy issues in a manner that is fair to families, responsible to taxpayers, and respectful of the realities faced by our family island communities. So, of course, the F&M raising a red flag, pardon the pun there, about this. Chairman Dr. Dwight said yesterday, quote, this is a desperate attempt by the Progressive Liberal Party to use public funds to pay their political tab. He said, quote, this is shocking and an absolute disgrace. It speaks to the level of desperation of an administration whose popularity is at free fall. They will do anything to maintain their tenuous hold on power and the perks that they have enjoyed for the last 4.5 years. Well, all right, so Hurricane Dorian impacted portions of Abaco and Grand Bahama nearly 7 years ago. This is the first time any government has ever publicly mentioned erasing the electricity bills of some residents on Moores Island and Grand Key. First time we ever heard there was a problem. So many are questioning why, after nearly 4.5 years in office and 2 weeks before the general election, the government has decided to act now on this issue. In its statement, the government said that the matter arose in the aftermath of Dorian and was made worse by COVID. It said, quote, Hurricane Dorian destroyed major parts of BPL's infrastructure in central Abaco and the Abaco Keys, while COVID-19 emergency measures later restricted movement, business activity, and normal operations across the country. During that period, many residents in these remote communities faced extraordinary hardship. Normal collection operations, access to banking services was limited, travel was restricted, and many families were still trying to rebuild their homes, businesses, and lives. The government has also been advised that under the former Free National Movement administration, affected consumers were told they would not be required to pay their bills during that period. However, while residents were relying on that assistance, the balances to accumulate in BPL's billing system. Oh boy. This created an unfair burden on consumers who acted in good faith and who were already dealing with the combined impact of Dorian, displacement, and the pandemic. Government's response, rubbish. He said this is, quote, the most contrived, convoluted, and absurd formal statement ever. It is attempting to justify administrative actions that are unacceptable and rubbish. It is laughable, though lamentable, that a sovereign government would attempt to justify such an action. Okay, let's get your reaction to that. The timing is questionable. I think what the government is doing is admirable, but the timing, because this could have been done in year 1 of their administration, year 2 of their administration, right? It could have been done a long time ago. But right now, before the general election, is what makes it really, 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 really suspect. Let's hear from you. 323-623-2325. A lot of us got messed up during Dorian, and especially the pandemic, right? Things that we were told we didn't have to worry about, and then later got hit by it. So that part is sad but understandable. But to wait this long to fix it is odd. 325-4259. Call us toll free. Maybe you're in one of those communities. 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us. 422-4796.
Did the people of Moore's Island know about this?
You mean that they were having these issues? I mean, they haven't said anything, and we hear often from people in those areas. But no.
What was the? I'm very confused. What was the issue? Did they actually get bills that were ridiculous and they were like not cool, or they never had to pay it, but it was racking up in the system?
Right. Were they being threatened with termination of services if they didn't pay that part, even though, or is it just an unsolicited gift?
And again, if this was happening for 7 years, wouldn't BPL say to somebody, the Moore's Island residents, if something was wrong, we got to talk to somebody about it?
They love to throw these jeers in the House, right? I mean, I could have seen the minister every day saying something. It's just, but nothing.
What minister? For Abigail?
Responsible for BPL, the energy minister. Well, all of them could have been that. So many would have been. Look what they did to these poor people, but never. Huh. Interesting.
I don't get it.
Well, it must be something to have all of your issues resolved only in 5-year chunks. Every 5 years, issues resolved. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight.
Hi, good morning.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much.
And Chester, morning. Dwight and Chester, Monica, I don't know when we can stop being surprised, right? When we know these status quo administrations, right, only do the things that they benefit from. Now, from the time Dorian gone, right, 2 weeks before a general election, we can't see that this is their path. This is what they do, right? This is what they do, and we as the electorate cannot be always being surprised when we see these things, because this government don't have no track record of doing what they're supposed to do. Now, when you come in, when you get elected, that's the time for you to break off running down the road fast, trying to accomplish everything and make sure. Time as you reach that fifth year, you calming down, man. You cruising. But what we've been seeing over the last possibly 30 years, we see governments come in power, right, and they chill for the first 3 years, and they do whatever they have to do for whatever reasons, friends, family, lovers, and now foreigners, right? And then after they then do that, they rush into, we wait for the last 6 months or the 10 to 6 months before you start seeing these people like showing the interest one showed when they first got elected. And this got to be insanity if the Bahamian people just can't. We literally are insane people if we can't see through the what's been done to us over these years, man, because when you get in power, let's do what we need to do, right? Because when it comes to this BPL saga, right, I still wait to hear who the real owners are, right? And I can almost guess who they are. They are the same owners would own everything in this country, the PLP and the FNM. Because what they do, they share up assets, government-owned assets amongst their own self. Right? And this is why we can't get the true information in this country. This is why none of these status quo administrations want no freedom of information act, because they don't want the people who hired them to know what they are doing. And it's crazy. And we, again, as the Bahamian people, we have to stop pretending that we have leaders who would truly love us, because even somebody truly love you, they can show you that. They ain't gonna try to swing you every time.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, wow. Interesting stuff. Let's take another call. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing well. Turn on your radio for us, please.
Yeah. This is amazing. This is the same topic I was thinking about last night, right? And it's like, everywhere I go, I hear people talking about the government, MP, giving them this voucher, giving them this money, paying this bill. It's like, this is the most money I have ever seen being spent on the ground during an election. I mean, this just crazy money being spent. And it's just bothers me because people are so easily sold out, and it's like you're watching a movie over and over and over and over and over again, and the same things happen every cycle. Like that $50 voucher they're giving you, that may give you gratification in 1 second. But how do I help you with cost of living? Like, you still got to go to the same hospital with inadequate health care. You still have to deal with the same BPL with, not getting adequate service. Like, why are people? And I don't get it, man.
Yeah, it's scary. But I mean, that's us. We have to ask. Well, I mean, some of us clearly are very happy with the way it is. Very happy with that.
What can we do?
You have to want to change, and people don't want to change. They like it like this.
I want to change. You want to change.
Yes.
Chester want to change. Mm-hmm. But for every one of us...
But we're the ones not getting any money. We're the ones not getting the T-shirts or getting our bills paid. So
because we know what a T-shirt can do for you, what a T-shirt can do for me.
Mm-hmm.
What a plate of folk... I mean, I've heard of MPs, constituencies having parties almost every day, giving out, leg quarters and Vitamals and rum and beer. Like, what is that going to do for the state of the country and for us? 5 months from now, when we are sick enough to go to the hospital and we hear these horror stories, how is a plate of food helping us? Well, that's the frustration I have, because for every one educated vote, there's 10 people willing to vote for somebody for a plate of food or a cup of Bacardi or something. It's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, and we've been here a long time. And our politicians seem to believe that this is what the people want.
Yeah, but they don't realize that these people who spend this money, they get these money back 100 times fold once they get elected.
Yeah.
And we still are left in the same position. I see potholes being fixed that was there for like the last 4 years. People are hurrying for the electricity bill. Every summer, our electricity bills go sky high, sometimes tripling, doubling, quadrupling. You ever see the government talk about any relief for anybody? So all of a sudden now, election around the corner, they talk about relief?
Well, for certain people, yeah.
So, how much you want to bet? Certain people is PLPs when they say qualified people.
Oh boy! Wow.
This garbage got to stop, man.
You're asking a lot of the right questions, but yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I don't know if anything's going to change. I don't know. Many people are very pleased with the way this is, sadly. Wow. Chester, what do we need to do if we want change?
We got to go down to when it opens again.
Go down to what?
The house when it opens again.
Okay, yeah, sure.
All of us, every one of us.
Wow. Let's take another call and then we'll get to the text messages. Caller, you're live on the air.
Dwight.
Hi. Good morning.
Welcome back from vacation.
Thank you.
Generally, when you are not on the radio, I experience a vacuum in my intellectual intake.
Oh dear. Well, that sounds painful.
No. Listen, Simon Garfunkel, many years ago, in his song "The Voices of Silence," talked about the people and their neon gods. And when I look at the political landscape, I believe that we have created in our minds a godlike imagination of this corrosive and destructive political concept that we have in the Bahamas. And I note with particular interest the Prime Minister's slogan for his party leading them into this next election, "Choose Progress." A very compelling and a very, very specific statement, progress. And to the extent that one of my biggest disappointment with the Prime Minister and this team, and in talking about the theme he's using for the elections, and this particular journey is his approach to the post office in the Family Islands, Dwight. If you say progress as we know it to be, which is change, progress is moving from things that don't work to things that work, transformation. How can the Prime Minister fix his face to convince and tell the Bahamian people that the removal of the post office and replacing it with a modern system that works is a bad idea? How do you stand on the side of progress and oppose the transformation and removal of the post office? That tells me that we are looking at a man that is unserious when it comes down to progress. Because if you are consistent and if you are steady in your understanding what progress means, you would not have made a commercial out of saying, let's keep the post office and oppose a modern banking system in the Family Islands. And I am very, very disturbed that we have a leader that can be that reckless with concepts and important initiatives that is really important for the Family Island people. Take, for example, Dwight. If you sit down in Meguana right now as a Bahamian, a young Bahamian, and you wanted to electronically monies to Nassau to an emergency services to get an emergency flight to fly to Meguana to save a life, can the post office do that for you? Can the post office do that for you? If you sit down in Meguana right now as a young Bahamian and you wanted to make an electronic trade to maybe buy shares or to pay for services, can the post office do that for you? And the Prime Minister sat in his office and convinced his team to make a commercial and tell the Bahamian people, let's oppose modernizing the Family Islands with banking. That tells you all you need to know about their seriousness when it comes down to politics. Have a nice day, Dwight.
Okay, I hear you.
Did that caller use Atlantic English to call me dumb?
No. I don't think that's what he was saying. And I hope he knows it's Simon and Garfunkel. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But also, I mean, I get what you're saying, John. Anyway, that for another day. The post office conversation is one that desperately needs to be had. Yeah. Okay. It's an interesting conversation. I don't know what to say. Both sides. I'm going to leave that there. But something has to be done. Post office in the country, without a doubt, right? But I don't know if anything I've heard is entirely right so far from both sides. But they're not all wrong, both sides. But and in what they hope for the post office than they think. But anyway, we've got a lot of text messages here. Some of these are outrageous already, like this one. Boy. You know, I'm going to read it. Chester, this person says the Commissioner of Police is too busy getting fed cake to talk. And then it says, "Welcome back, Dwight." This is horrible. You know, that's a rude text, but you know, it's true. We hope everyone's learned. Stop feeding people cake at official events, especially if they're not your wife. Don't do it. Don't allow another government official to feed you cake ever in public. I just have a feeling it hasn't stopped, though, Chester. It hasn't stopped. But anyway, this person says here, this may be off topic, but something has to be said about the amount of money being spent in this election. Everywhere I go, I hear people talking about MPs giving gift cards. This might have been the same caller just now. I wonder. Yeah. Okay. It is quite something. This person says here, that's what happens when you go on vacation. The country implodes. Okay, sure. How is it that journalists matter after receiving the documents late in the House? Did anyone even read the documents? Texter, don't even do it. I think this is a reflection of the lack of investigative journalism in this country. No. You all dropped the ball on this one. Did you know? Did you understand it? The government said it themselves. They said it over and over. So no. This is stories changing. This is the narrative adjusting. And very quickly, with swiftness, we are corrected when we have misinterpreted things by the very aggressive PR arms across the entire country, especially when it comes to the government. But everybody got it wrong because they wanted us to get it wrong. Am I wrong, Chester? This has been a long time that people have been saying this. Everyone's been saying it.
Absolutely right.
The story's being adjusted. We've been played. And somebody's having fun playing. But you're probably part of this agenda to make, the media missed it. Oh, please, shut up, please. We were duped. And now we were saying last week, this is not necessarily different from what they were saying before when we said that Pike is, moving. No, clearly now something has happened. Something's changed. It's clear now. And the timing of everything is intentional. To dump this all on everybody at that last minute there like that. And to every time you ask a question about what's going on, oh, no, talk to BGC. And then there's no one at BGC to talk to. But they're talking now and they're telling us, oh, you've been talking about us all wrong all this time. Oh, boy. Huh? Please stop. Will accounts affected be made public for transparency? What do you think? Because that's happened before? I don't understand the BPO bills write-offs for Abaco. Aren't we billed for the usage of electricity? If they didn't have electricity, then they would... No, you missed the part where we said that they were told that during that period they wouldn't have to because of what happened with Dorian and the pandemic. But they did not know that the bills were accumulating, and now there is a bill. So they were misled, and the government says they were misled by the FNM, and they want to fix it. But they could have fixed it 2 years ago. They could have fixed it 3 years ago. Instead of allowing the bill to probably continue to accumulate all this time. But conveniently, 2 weeks before the election, it's being fixed. Which is, again, we applaud them for fixing it. That's a great thing to do. That was unfair if that's how it went. That's unfair for that to have happened to them. It's really wrong. But to 5, 6, 7 years later, now, it's really weird. Weird. This person says here, I'm not lying. This has got to be the most gangsterish administration ever. No lie. You're probably wrong. It's probably been more gangster than this. I could point to at least 2 times it was more gangster. So that should tell you something. This person says here, I find it very disingenuous that the present administration seeks to make their shortcomings look like victories by comparing themselves to an administrator that had more than their fair share of circumstances beyond their control. I'm not carrying any water for the previous administration, but this present administration can't be suggesting that what they're now scramblinging, maybe that was a mistake, or is that a new word? I think they're trying to say scrambling, but it's scramblingling. To do more than just 2 weeks before the general election, my great-grandmother said never be an eye servant, i.e. one who only works when the boss's eye is on you. This administration, that they are only doing their job because our eyes are now on them hard. What they fail to realize is that we've been watching from day one and we have seen them dismiss our concerns. Progress, my left foot. Okay. This other text says the government may be trying to tie up loose ends by fixing the people of Morris Island and others' situation. Timing is of no importance once it's done. Huh? Imagine if you were one of those whose bills was canceled. It's juvenile and immature to cast negative light on such a small thing. You're hilarious, texter. That's very funny. It's very funny. Sure. I hear you. It could have been done from the God in office. Right? You don't need that hanging on you for 5 years. If you cared about the people, you would have done that quick. But yes, another one from the PR team, I suspect. This texter says here, happy belated birthday, Dwight. You handsome guy. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you so much. Allow me to share my 5 cents, and I must salute Mr. Pintard for giving the Bahamians a viable option with their plans. Oh, okay. Speed, vision, and futuristic orientation is what I see in Pintard. This is a commercial. What's going on here? It makes no sense complaining, but to hire this diverse group of candidates, I can't continue to read this. This is an ad, texter. That's a commercial. Who's giving $50 vouchers asking for a friend, right? Have you seen any of those, Chester? Where can we find them? Do you have to be... You have to be in a certain place. You have to be looking a certain way. You have to say certain things to get a voucher.
That's right.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Interesting. The caller says potholes are getting fixed. There's a pothole in my constituency in Coral Heights opposite the lake that's been there from way before the by-election. I've sent a pic and location to the Minister of Works and it still is not fixed. Can you ask the running candidates for St. James to get this fixed or ask the Ministry of Works to complete this? Thanks.
Running candidates?
I guess. Send us some details. We'll see what happens. We got to go to the news, folks. We'll pick this up on the other side, and we're expecting Kino Wong from the PLP as well. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay with us.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Float Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rates apply. And now at 8:25, it's time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. So we've got high pressure just north of the area that will continue to support light to fresh breezes across most of the country, providing mostly stable and warm conditions. However, some light passing showers are possible due to a weakening frontal boundary just east of the central Bahamas. That front's expected to dissipate later today. So high pressure is expected to remain across the area through much of the remaining week until about early Friday. Front is going to move near the northern Bahamas. That's going to produce some shower activity across. Boundary is expected to stall just north of the area. But by Sunday, another stronger front is expected to slide into the northern islands, and that's going to produce widespread showers and thunderstorms. That wet weather pattern will continue into the northwest Bahamas through Monday and the Central Islands by midweek next week. So rain is coming, but we've got a bit of a dry spell for the next couple of days. So we've got a moderate risk of rip currents along all Atlantic exposed beaches of the most of the country. Beachgoers are advised to exercise caution. And it's really hot out there. It's going to be hot today. Everyone's being advised to remain hydrated and wear protective clothing and seek shaded areas during peak sunshine hours. UV indices expected to be in the high to extreme range and heat indices in the mid-90s. So for today, the northern half of the country looking at mostly sunny conditions today, fair conditions tonight. The rest of the country looking at a mix of sun and clouds, mostly fair tonight, a 10 to 20% chance of showers for most areas. Around 87, 88 Fahrenheit, 31 Celsius for most of the country, up to 90 Fahrenheit for the southeastern islands, 32 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to the low to mid 70s for most areas, between about 20 and 23 Celsius for lows tonight. In your extended outlook, by tomorrow, Thursday, most areas looking at partly cloudy to cloudy conditions during the day, becoming mostly or variably cloudy at night. By Friday, a mix of sun and clouds for the northern half of the country, partly sunny to sunny for the central and southeast Bahamas. And Saturday, pretty much the same, partly sunny, becoming mostly fair at night. Sunday, a mix of sun and clouds. By Monday, as we said, those fronts begin to move in, and we're looking at a 30 to 50% chance of showers for the northern half of the country. And that's going to continue into Tuesday. That's your morning blend weather check. Weather check brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. If you're ready to refresh your space, head to your local Sherwin-Williams for premium paint, pro tips, and everyday deals that make it easy to get started. And time for another check of your traffic, brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. We've got a number of hot spots out there this morning. Not looking pretty for many of you, your commute today. We've got Milo Butler Highway, heavy traffic from Fire Trail all the way up to Tawny Williams-Darling Highway. That's going to extend even further north of that as you get into New Providence Highway, straight through to the six-legged roundabout. Heavy traffic there. And six-legged roundabout seeing issues on the JFK Drive side as well. That's eastbound. And A Street near Providence Highway near Saunders Beach, very slow-moving eastbound traffic. And east of that roundabout, heading towards Arawak Key, you'll see that heavy, slow-moving eastbound traffic as well. Once you get east of Arawak Key, you're going to run into that again, heading into downtown near Nassau Street. Also issues for you on Independence Drive and westbound. We're seeing some slow-moving westbound traffic, but eastbound as well. And Blue Hill Road and East Street, northbound mainly on East Street, north and south of the intersection of Soldier Road. But Blue Hill Road, both directions, north and southbound, especially near Soldier Road, you'll be seeing that slow-moving traffic. And Prince Charles Drive, the major intersections, especially as you head into Robinson Road, just between Beatrice and Soldier Road. And Eastern Road, the slow-moving traffic for you just east and west of Fox Hill. If you're heading westbound, Bernard Road also seeing some slow-moving traffic this morning. Good luck to you. That's your real-time traffic and your morning blend traffic alert brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. Whether you prefer face-to-face chat or handling things online, they've got you covered. Visit NUAinsurance.com for an instant motor quote or stop by your nearest branch today.
Ships sail away. You long to say
We are back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strong along with Chester Robards. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we're going to be talking with Keno Wong, the candidate, the PLP candidate for St. Anne's. Looking forward to talking with him this morning. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. We just want to wrap up your text messages from what we were talking about earlier. What's happening on Morris Island and Grand Key, and BPL bills getting wiped clean. Interesting stuff. Interesting timing there. And voters register, the errors. PRD says it's a system glitch, but it won't be an issue come election day.
A system glitch? That system, real glitchy.
Typographical errors.
Typographical error is not necessarily a system glitch.
Well, you don't know. I mean,
I guess before the days of computers, the system glitch was the people. So again, maybe that's still the same.
Causing typographical errors, right? Anyway, so let's read these messages really quickly. This person says here, I think this register should start over. Not this again. Too much craziness and too many false documents every day. It's another 5 or 10. That's an exaggeration. Come on. And the government is not saying anything. They seem complicit. Stop. That's crazy talk. Crazy talk. No?
To start over?
Yeah, well, yes. And also that it's so many. I mean, this person says here, the post office was supposed to be automated when they moved to Town Center Mall. They're still handwriting receipts. If you get one and cannot accept card payments, they can't?
At some point, they weren't.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if that's changed since I went there that one time.
This texter says it is about BPL, Bahamas Grid, Island Grid. The government explicitly told us Island Grid owns 60%.
Yeah, they did.
Dwight, with 2 weeks before the election, my MP for South Beach, Minister of State for Works, is now paving roads with consistency. Okay. When we suffered for 5 years and asked him to pave, they did nothing. Now it's important to him. MP role, it's too little, too late, sir. Oh, boy. Okay. This person says, could it be that the PLP is saying that BPL bills is paying the BPL bills so that that new money can go to the PLP? Okay, I don't know what's happening here. I can't. Okay, these text messages, I can't read these. This person says it's just a matter of time before we, the people. Okay. Wow, this text line, we may have to put this away for a couple weeks. Bring it back May 13th? Maybe.
See, while you were gone, we had to change the charging cable, right? It was trying to put itself away.
That was before I left. For sure. Anyway, especially in jurisdictions where voting is the thing. What does that mean? Are there jurisdictions where it's not? Oh, no, what did I do? Anyway. There can only be corrupt leadership when there are corrupt constituents. Sanity is in the obituaries again this election cycle. What does that mean?
Sanity's dead.
Again? So it
every
went
election
away,
cycle.
It went away once again before. Funny that no PLPs are complaining about being left off the advanced poll register.
Do the people with ties to the governing party complain out loud?
That's an interesting point.
They don't typically.
The Prime Minister... Oh, boy. Wow. Okay, I don't think is it the Prime Minister? I don't think you should say that. Anyway, the government paying off people's power bills in Grand Key. I hope you all get your bill right off. Bills are $13,000. Whoa.
Where?
In Grand Key.
That sounds like somebody big business. $13,000. Jeez.
It's a funny text. I can't read that though. It's kind of funny. Well, every day it's something new.
Yes.
Something new, something fascinating. It's amazing. We got to take a break, folks. We'll be back. This is Morning Blend on a Wednesday morning, the final Wednesday, of April 2026. My goodness. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
At Star General, you can go gold. Comprehensive car insurance covers loss or damage from accidents, fire, theft, and third-party liability. But the Gold package gives you increased coverage for rental car and windscreen, personal accident, medical benefits, deductible waiver, and 24-hour roadside assistance where available. Our Star General Gold package also gives you up to $2,500 for accidental damage to a rental car anywhere in the Bahamas. Go gold with Star General. Insurance made simple.
Make Mother's Day unforgettable with Kelly's House and Home's Mother's Day sale starting Friday, May 1st through Saturday, May 9th. Save 20% on a lovely selection of dinnerware, glassware, luggage, silk flowers, and picture frames, except on net items. We have beautiful gifts that let Mom know just how much she's appreciated. Shop early and enjoy 20% off at Kelly's House and Home during our Mother's Day sale May 1st through 9th. Happy Mother's Day with love from Kelly's House and Home.
The world is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
Paid for by the PLP.
Here's the sure-winning art store moment from Shelley and Dee Dee.
We're the only full art store in the Bahamas. If we don't have it, we make a list, and trust me, our boss can get that. If you need that, he can get that. You can find sketchbooks, acrylics, the canvases in all sizes, stencils. We have the Angelus that they use on shoes and letters. We're the only persons in Nassau that carries the Montana spray. We have the Krylon sprays, watercolor in paints, the oil, chalk paints, the alcohol paint, metallic paints, the little Floetrol, and we have cleaning products for the artists, thinning products for the artists, and Crayola colors, and glitters, pencils, the Posca markers, and pastels, oil, and the acrylic pastels, dyes. Oh yeah. We also have airbrush paint. I didn't forget that part of the movie. Gift sets, hobbycraft,
Oil shrimp,
clays.
stew shrimp gumbo. But art supplies. We have a lot of them. Sherwin-Williams Art Store. Find colour in every day.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Oh yeah!
Long time, we no had no nice time. Do you think about that? Long time, we no had no nice time. Do you think about that? This is my heart to rock you steady. I'll give you love anytime you're ready.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strong along with Chester Robards. And we are very happy to have with us right now the PLP candidate for St. Anne's, Keno Wong. Keno Wong, good morning. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Good morning.
It's truly a joy to be here with you. I'm always intrigued by your radio personality. And now speaking to you before that, you seem to be a real cool kid.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
The radio personality and the personality are all the same.
Yes.
All right.
So good morning to
Yeah.
the Bahamas. Good morning to those who are listening by radio and internet. And of course, to the wonderful, resilient people of St. Anne's.
Hey. All right, so we've got a lot of questions for you. You've been making the rounds. You've been on a number of gardening radio shows. You might be the only PLP candidate that's sending here. I don't know what that's about, but you can send a message to them that we want the others too. But I have heard you on some of the other shows, so I have some questions based on what I've heard.
Okay.
So based on what you've said, one of us is not understanding the role of the MP. What do you understand the role of the MP to be? Because I've heard some of the things you said, and I don't know if that is what an MP should be concerned about. But what do you take as the role of an MP?
To be the voice and the ears for his or her constituents, to hear their concerns, to address their concerns, and to make life better for his or her constituents. And at the end of the day, a member of parliament or a representative should be someone that understands the pulse of his people or her people, and to listen to them, have town hall meetings with them. The same way that we canvass and we move around, we should hold those type of meetings throughout the year, and to hear their concerns to take to the halls of parliament. Mm-hmm. As well as even in governance, of course, you have laws and regulations that you must pass. But a member of parliament should be able to traverse his or her communities and to see what are the concerns of his or her people.
Okay, all right. So we've been hearing a lot of people say that my MP needs to fix these potholes, fix his park, fix all of this stuff. But there are ministries and authorities for them, but people still keep putting it on the MP. Who's wrong here?
I dare to say that if you are in communities that have private parks, for instance, St. Anne's has a lot of private parks. Therefore, it's a partnership with you and your representative, specifically in St. Anne's. If there's a situation of potholes that needs to be repaired, if you are in a community, you can address that to your member of parliament to see how best he or she can speak to the relevant agencies to give the assistance. Mm-hmm. However, if that does not work, then you have the ministry hotlines that you can pin those concerns and allow them to come in. Mm-hmm. But if you have a representative who is the eyes and ears for you, then the relationship should be intact, that you can call their office and let them know that, hey, I am on Sapodilla Street and we have a concern. Can we have someone look into it for us? At the end of the day, if you go into the halls of parliament and you rise to the occasion, you can simply say, Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I rise on the occasion of the great people of St. Anne's. I have a few issues in my community that are like the minister or the ministry to deal with for us. And here are the lists. I'm going to table it. I'm going to give it to the minister who's responsible. And so therefore, these are my concerns for today. And then you could go into the people's other business. And so therefore, to say that a member of parliament should just get out his or her vehicle, hop in the back, and say that he or she is paving the streets.
We've been seeing a lot of that, though.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's because of their love and their concerns for their community, perhaps. I know, for instance, for me, I've traversed Johnson Road a lot, and there was a major concern for us that it was not a pothole. It was more like a big patch that needed to be done. Mm-hmm. And for almost like 3 weeks, it was there. Representative who's for St. Anne's also lives nearby where I live nearby. So we traverse this every day. So one day I saw a vehicle that was doing some work in another community, and I said to them, what would it take for you to come and patch this for us? Mm-hmm. Because it can cause an accident.
This is a works vehicle or something, or?
It's a private company.
Okay, wow.
And so I engaged them and said, I need your assistance. Because at the end of the day, my family have to traverse that. other community residents has to traverse that. And it could actually cause an accident because at the end of the day, you don't want to continue to drive in that big ditch and then cause an accident. So we got it done. All right. After calling and making the complaint that, hey, buddy, I need you to see how best you could get this thing done for us. And so we made it happen.
So the fact that it wasn't done, is it the Ministry of Works? Somebody,
someone should have been held responsible, right? I can't go into the details, but I saw that it needed to get done, so Kino Wong went ahead and got it done. That's the end of it. You know, I got it done because of safety. And I know that my family is happy that I got it done because at the end of the day, they don't have to worry about slowing down to go around it when someone else may be coming up the hill and there could be an accident.
All right, so this begs the question. You're getting things done. You know you're from neighborhood crime watches. You've been very instrumental with that. Why do you need to be in the House to affect change in this country?
Well, you know, I was asked in 2012, 2017, and 2021 by many residents to get involved in frontline politics. I just wasn't ready. I believe that this is the time now for me to elevate in a different level. I have done as much as I can for the National Neighborhood Watch Council in the Bahamas. I was very privileged to have the honor to serve as a co-chair. And of course, at that time, the then government decided that they wanted to have a different outlook on neighborhoods. And so I was invited once again to run for an election for neighborhoods. And mind you, it was all volunteer. So some folks thought as being as the chairman of the Neighborhood Watch was a paid job. Nothing was paid. No cell phone, no car, no salary. But there were some benefits that I was able to travel to the U.S. for conferences and to take countless Bahamians from Abaco, Eleuthera, Freeport, you know, and Nassau to travel to conferences that will better our communities. And so with that being said, I felt the lead to get involved with the frontline politics and to take the initiatives of safer and better neighborhoods to the table. Because when you're at the table in a different capacity, you tend to get more things done as well. And so after consideration, prayerful consideration, family, God, and my church family, I was able to make that crucial decision that this was the right time. And so going into frontline politics has been extremely exciting. It's been fun, especially when you run a clean campaign. You have fun. There's no stress level because you got the right people around you.
So when you're out and about throughout St. Anne's, what are you hearing from the residents there? What are their biggest concerns?
First of all, they say they love me. I love that. They embrace me. I appreciate that. And then there's some who say, get from me. Don't come in my yard. I don't want to see you. And that's the part of life. And when they do say that, I say, I love you with the love of God. Continue to have a great evening or a great morning. One of the most concerns that we have been hearing is that we would like more security presence, more CCTVs in our communities. Remember, St. Anne's is a diverse community. And so you can hear a lot of different individuals with their concerns. But however, we have been hearing about crime levels. There are some pockets in St. Anne's that is being really targeted. And a lot of us just don't know. But when you speak to the residents, it's priority. Second priority is our senior citizens. Our third priority is where our young people say, what is it for me? Or they say, boy, what the deal is, man? What for me in this? What is your plans for our young people? And so you go from safer and better neighborhoods to our senior citizens to youth empowerment and economic boost. And so when I look at the economic boost, Dwight and Bahamas, St. Anne's don't have a restaurant in it. St. Anne's don't have a supermarket in it. St. Anne's don't have a community center in it. There's nothing in St. Anne's.
I mean, they're really close.
But there's nothing in St. Anne's. When you look at the Western Corridor, in a lot of those areas, what they have? Economic boost. Okay? So St. Anne's
Is there space for some of those things?
Yes, if we develop it, we can do it. We have one school in St. Anne's. There's no daycare in St. Anne's. We have 3 churches in St. Anne's, besides another one. All right? You have a Church of God, the Assemblies of God. Well, you have a Church of God of Prophecy, the Assemblies of God.
And the borders, I live there as well. So the borders are very strange.
I live in St. Anne's as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the border is very strange.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like almost a perimeter of the eastern.
Thank you. So
but everything's pretty close though.
But there's no economic boost in St. Anne's.
Mm-hmm.
There's none. So at the end of the day, we would like to bring an economic boost. But one of the most things that we continually hear is that we don't have a community center in St. Anne's where our senior citizens can go, where our young people can go and do projects and get involved. Every other community that we have visited, majority of them, has wonderful community centers. However, in our St. Anne's, where you and I live, and where a lot of individuals might be listening by radio, when we think about it, what do we really have in St. Anne's?
All right, so this is going to be one of my questions, and a texter, they must be a regular listener to the show, so they know that I was going to go there too, I guess. But a lot of the things you talk about sound like local government, like real municipal government. Where do you stand on that? And from what we're hearing from candidates, isn't that perhaps what most of these folks should be doing? Seeking municipal office, seeking to be a mayor or a council member?
So therefore, if we bring local government into New Providence, then how does the dynamics of it change for us?
Many things you're talking about would be the responsibility
right?
of the municipal government.
And that's why if I am elected, someone asked me what ministry I like to work in. I said I want to create the first neighborhood and community affairs that deals with these issues in Nassau, to handle them. You bring local government into play, then you have almost, 30 areas in New Providence or more that has to have a council.
It doesn't have to be that many, but
if you
we can decide,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, I know local government is very effective in the islands of the Bahamas.
Very is an interesting word.
Very, because if you hear those who are in charge, they say, hey, it's working. And then sometimes when they have the elections, they get all excited about it. And you try to figure out what are they doing. And so at the end of the day, can local government really work in New Providence? That's a good question. Can it?
Why not?
Why not? Is the people ready for local government in Nassau, New Providence? Are we?
By the things they say, the fact that...
Are they ready to work? Are they really prepared to work, or they just want the title? That's the difference there, eh? Don't you think so? Sometimes we want the title, but we don't want to work. Think about it.
It's a good thing about the system, right? If they don't work, you get rid of them.
Right, but then you get there, you sit there as a local government chairman or a councilman, and do we have the willpower to fire them quickly if they don't do anything? I'm only asking Dwight.
Why not?
It just depends on the system you set up.
Okay. But here's the key component. What's happening in St. Anne's? Let's get to St. Anne's, right?
I think the same thing over and over and over
Yeah.
again. People complain about potholes and street lights and streets not looking, and parks, and it's the same thing over and over. If you had local government, this would be their full responsibility, and it wouldn't depend on whether your MP is a part of the government or not. Somebody's elected to do the job, and they have a job to do, and you can recall them if they don't do the job. It seems like a no-brainer.
Well, once again, let's go back to the beginning. The beginning of your show, you said was the duty, what you think is the duties of a member of parliament, right? Is to take the concerns of his people, understand them, and you run with it. So as I traverse St. Anne's, we have came across 60 plus street lights that was off. And we were able to get them sorted out because of partnership. We have seen overgrown properties that need to get some assistance. We've been able to help those families. We've seen young mothers and fathers who need assistance. We've been able to assist them. And this is all across the breadth and length of St. Anne's. Not just one pocket, but many different areas.
So should the member of parliament have to have a partnership with the government agencies that are supposed to get these things done? Or should the member of parliament fix a broken system that's not getting these things done in an efficient manner? Like, you shouldn't have to go and beg the streetlight person to come and fix it. It should be noted, and it should be done according to whatever plan they have in place. So again, the role of the MP, what is it really?
And therefore, when the role of a member of parliament is inside majority of these neighborhood group chats and is asking for the assistance and it doesn't get done, and when you start canvassing and you can see the messages that they're showing you, that this has been lingering for a year or 2 or 3, and then just a matter of 2-3 days, you get it done. Just a matter of partnership. It's a matter of your commitment to your community. Do you really care about the people in your community? Do you really know who are the people in your community? Or are you just coming around at the last minute and making a difference? Trying to do what? Some grill and chill in St. Anne's? Putting up some signages to say, welcome to ABC community? All right, so at the end of the day, I look at it this way. St. Anne's is a beautiful little city in a city with wonderful people, from Harmony Hill to Tuckaway, to Brooklyn Street, to Peak Street, Scott Alley, to Sugar Apple Street, St. Susie, Camperdown. Of course, we have someone in here who on the radio lives as well. All right, Winton, all right, Nassau East North. Okay, and the list can go on. Johnson Road, Bonnie Way, Rolls Terrace, Johnson Terrace, Premier Estate, Eden Estate.
Oh, you're going to name all. This is going to be all morning.
So I'm just trying to say all of these areas that we have touched, there are concerns. The residents there have concerns.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, I think you're proving the point that we need local government. But let's talk about the other part, the being a legislator. You mentioned crime concerns. Want to get your take on this. I've been talking about this for weeks. There's been no answer. We had a police-involved shooting. I don't think that was technically in St. Anne's. Is that St. Anne's or Monty? But anyway, we had a police-involved shooting. We've not heard anything from the Commissioner of Police about this. Are you concerned about that? Somebody was killed. There's been nothing. What should we residents do? That happened on the heels of another police-involved shooting. That response was immediate because the person was an American who was killed. But the Bahamian is dead and nobody's saying anything. We were told the officer was injured and we don't know anything about his condition either. What should we be thinking as Bahamians?
The Royal Bahamas Police Force is governed by the Commissioner. She's capable. She have a slate of senior officers. They have a press liaison officer. And I believe that if the media needs to know what is the state of, they should press the issue.
We have been.
Okay, so with that being said, I would not get involved with how the commissioner runs her police force because I do respect them. I've worked with them. Not just
but bigger than the police force. I mean, we've not heard from the government even. What should the public think about?
Hold on now. The police deals with crime. Correct?
Sure.
Okay, so the commissioner of police should be able to address those issues. All right, because therefore, if Keno Wong is a minister of the government, I have the responsibility of different ministries, or say the ministry that comes under me may be police. It is the commissioner's responsibility or their press liaison officer to bring clarity to any situation as it relates to crime in our country. All right. So at the end of the day, I respect our commissioner. I respect our deputy commissioners and all of the assistant commissioner of police and everyone else that falls preview to that. They have a job to do. And I believe that in due time, whatever situation it is, I truly do believe that an answer will be given. And if the media continue to press the issue, I truly believe the good commissioner that I know will give an answer.
What would you say to members of the public who are afraid about off-duty officers and just that they're out of control?
Good question. Do we really believe that off-duty police officers are out of control? Do we really believe that?
Yeah, some of us do.
Do you believe it?
I'd be concerned if I'm in a room with one.
Okay.
With a gun.
You'll be concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have citizens of our country that also has service weapons.
Yeah, I'm afraid about that too.
Okay. So at the end of the day, unless they show it, then you'll be concerned.
Well, I'm concerned.
You're concerned. But at the end of the day, I have no fear of being in the presence of police officers. Whether they are on duty or off duty, I respect their position in our country, just like how I respect our Royal Bahamas Defense Force, Customs, Immigration, and the prison service. And so therefore, everyone has their responsibilities. And if a Bahamian feels fearful, then I believe a Bahamian has a right to speak on those issues. But as for Kinawang, I'm not in fear of being around an off-duty police officer or a duty police officer on duty.
Okay. Freedom of information. Every week we seem to be learning something that we wish we had more information about as things just keep changing, it seems. Where do you stand on it? We know that the party has said certain things, but where do you, if you're called on to vote on something involving FOIA, where would you stand on this?
I would like to see more information on it before I can speak on it. And so therefore, I'm an accountability person. So I don't run from that, my responsibilities. However, the Freedom of Information Act, I would like to see more of it so I can understand the preview of it instead of speaking on it just casually. All right, so that's my take on it, that until I can see it, understand it, and get the right guidance on it, then I'll be able to speak to it.
It's already passed. It just isn't fully enacted yet.
And once again, I would like to see it. So I've requested a copy of it so I can understand it. And then I could be able to speak on it openly and honestly about it.
Any other pieces of legislation that you're concerned about that you feel that you would like to see adjustments made, that you are wishing that future governments would address once and for all?
Better neighborhoods. I'm big on neighborhoods. I travel a lot. I'm a part of the National Neighborhood Association in America. I see how they operate. I see their autonomy. Their communities are being given thousands of dollars to make things happen in their communities. And the structure is so easy. And that's why in the beginning of the show, that if I have an opportunity to serve, I would like to create the first ever Ministry of Neighborhood and Community Affairs. I'm a neighborhood guy. I hear the concerns of our community leaders every day who sacrifice their time, who lives in these communities, and they want the best for their communities. And if we can legislate to have funding for our community leaders throughout the Bahamas, who are part of the National Neighborhood Watch Council, I believe then and only then we'll see a lot of changes in our communities as well. At the end of the day, our community leaders are the eyes and ears for one another. The question I usually ask everyone, wherever I go, do you really know the people in your community? Do you really know your neighbors? Or you just see them every day in passing? But do you really know your neighbors? And so when it comes to crime is something that is dear to my heart because I love safer and better neighborhoods. And so if I had something to do with legislation, I would pass legislation for better and safer neighborhoods with more finances for them. More community police patrolling in our communities, and a division from the Royal Bahamas Police Force that concentrate just on neighborhoods.
Do you already have a structure for that if you're successful in this election cycle?
I was a part of writing the bylaws and constitutions of the National Neighborhood Watch Council, and I dare to say that it is in there, a strong structure to bring that into reality.
So we are less than 2 weeks away now from election day. In fact, advanced poll day is this week. What would you say, Kina Wong, to residents in St. Anne's who haven't quite made up their mind as yet?
You can depend on a good leader. You can depend on someone that is your eyes, your ears to get the job done. Not someone who just comes around just for a few days, a few hours, but someone that will be there for you every day, every second, every minute of the day. Someone that would hold your hands, walk with you, talk with you, understand your concerns. Someone that will love you, someone that will give you a second chance, someone that will show you the way. An open door policy for us. If you're undecided, come and speak with me. You can call me, we can come to you. And if you want to call me, you can call me on 606-2141, 606-2141, or 821-9664, 821-9664. And we'll be more than happy to meet with you, talk with you, as we've been going through many communities. Matter of fact, I have a community that I'm about to see today. It's almost like 60 of them in one setting that they call and they say, hey, we want to speak with you. We like and we hear what you're doing. We're following you on social media. We like your demeanor. And one of the things that they said that really touched my heart is this. We see that you have a heart after God. And that's what drew them to me. They said, we see that. The thing about it is that there's a lady that came to my office and I prayed with her. And she went and shared that with somebody. And that's why this community is calling me. Dwight, I'll say this to you. When people come into my office, one of my most important things before we start is prayer. Because I believe that God has a way of touching our hearts and our lives and hearing the concerns. Of course, you can have people that comes in the office and you could tell right away that, yeah, this ain't real. But you sit with them. But at the end of the day, you see the tears coming out of their eyes. And they will say to you, I had other intentions, but I see something in you. And that's when you help, and that's when the real help comes into play. And so, St. Anne's, you will have someone that is dedicated to you, that is willing to love you and understand you every day. So when you go there tomorrow, choose time, vote Kina Wong, a force, one that believes in families, one that believes in giving you and your families a second chance in life.
Where is your constituency office?
We are located on Johnson Road, beside the Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall. And to my Kingdom Hall brothers and sisters, you know I love you. Give me some opportunities to park in your yard one day, please. I had to plug that in, you know. I know they're listening, you know. So give me an opportunity to park in your yard one day, you know. I know we have a battle sometimes, right?
Oh, my.
But yeah, just asking them humbly on the radio, you know, I love you. All of us love Christ. You know, but give me an opportunity to park in your property sometimes.
They're not sharing the parking lot.
Kina Wong, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
I appreciate this. And let me just say one thing. I want to say thank you to all of the campaign workers in St. Anne's, all of the residents that continually open up their doors for me, to the residents of Treasure Cove. I had a wonderful time with them on Saturday. It was amazing. It was fantastic. just hearing their love and meeting with first-time voters in Treasure Cove. That was beautiful. And to the ladies in the office, I got to say hello to them. You know, you got Miss Celeste, you got Miss Bridget, you got Miss Deal, you got Miss Nordich, and of course, to the one and only my mother. Thank you for being in the office and helping me every day. And to the resilient, kind people who work with me every day on the ground. Bunch of people that who were strangers, they became friends, and now we are one big family. So on election day, choose progress. And with one, you just can't go wrong.
Oh, wow. There you go. Keno Wong, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Good to be here with you, man. Finally.
Good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you. Thank you so much. We're going to break for news and be back with a whole lot more in business. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Thanks a lot.
About that. This is my heart to rock you steady. I'll give you.
When it comes to hearts at Cleveland Clinic, you can't miss a beat. You seek the best care possible, work with the brightest minds, and leave no stone unturned to get to the heart of the matter. Because understanding is always the first step to overcoming. For every heart in the world, see how we're advancing the future of heart care at Cleveland Clinic today.
Struggling to find your financial rhythm? Make that move to Fidelity and let us help you orchestrate your financial goals into perfect harmony with free financial coaching sessions. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Wendy's has brand new chicken tenders, and they're everything you've been craving. Crispy, juicy, and seasoned just right. These tenders bring the flavor from the very first bite. Dip 'em, dunk 'em, love 'em. With sauces like sweet chili, scorching hot, ranch, honey barbecue, honey mustard, and Wendy's signature sauce. Grab them as a kid's meal, enjoy them on their own, or make it a combo that hits the spot every time. For tenders you're gonna know by name, it's gotta be Wendy's.
In the world of business, technology is not a choice, it's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled support and cutting-edge technology. Custom Computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, networking, storage, and printing for enterprises large and small, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with Custom Computers. Call the know-how team at 396-1101.
You ever notice how we all do the little check? We watch the numbers. We check the weight. We want to know it's right. Because whether it's food, fuel, or materials, shortcuts cost us. BBSQ, the Bahamas Bureau of Standards and Quality, supports the systems that keep expert, measurements accurate, and checks consistent. That means more fairness in everyday transactions, safer and more reliable choices, and stronger trust for customers and businesses. So keep doing it and know there is a bigger system behind it. Quality is everyday. Learn more at bbsq.bs. BBSQ, supporting fairness, quality, and trust.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan along with Chester Robards. And 2 weeks before the general election, we really need this segment today. Bristol Wines and Spirits, our monthly series with them. Very happy to have with us Kyle Stubbs, Tori Saunders, and Zena Williams. Good to see you all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It feels like it's been a long time for some reason.
Yes,
Yeah, I think we added an extra 2 weeks in
That's
this
what it
in
was?
between. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Whoa.
Anyway, good to see you guys as always.
Always.
We got a special theme this morning. Yeah, we got,
Yeah, well, this month, I think we got a day or two left. We celebrated 2 fantastic beverage days, one being Malbec Day. So we just want to talk a little bit about Malbec, its history, where it started, where it is now. Of course, lick with the lips, taste a couple of Malbecs here, get that live response. And then on the spirit side of things, we celebrated an Amaretto Day in April as well. And so we have on the table a fantastic Cocoa Plum Amaretto that's made from our friends at Bahamas Botanicals.
oh, wow. Cocoa Plum.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't even. It's almost like we should skip Malbec, but that wouldn't be doing justice to wine. But the Amaretto is it.
Okay.
It's a thing.
And if you've
Can't
had-
wait.
If you've had a cocoa plum before,
Yeah.
when you drink this Amaretto, it'll be like, wow.
Yeah.
I don't like cocoa plum. Is this going to change my mind?
You don't?
I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not a
Why
not
would
a
you
lover
not-
of it.
Yeah, I'm not a lover of it, but I mean, why would you say you don't like it?
Just, I don't.
Because I mean, I could
taste of
walk
it,
past it, but I mean,
Oh.
I still, if I'm in the mood for a cocoa plum.
White cocoa plum or black cocoa plum? I mean, because in this it's both.
I feel like I shouldn't answer.
And the cocoa plum's a sauce from Exuma, but we'll give BB its opportunity after we taste and talk.
I've never had an Exuma cocoa plum, so maybe.
So this may change our mind. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So we're starting with Mac. All right.
Malbec is this for us now. It's the grape of Argino. They produce it mainly as a single varietal, so 100% Malbec is what we see. But historically, 1700s, between the Cahors region, which is southwest of France, and Bordeaux, it was used in blends, right? Very juicy, very inky in terms of dark color. So it brought lusciousness to a blend. It brought color. We like to look at things before we eat or drink. And so now we find it as a standard grape in some blends coming out of France, but standalone in terms of it showing its notoriety, its power, its finesse, its uniqueness in terms of adaptability to soil and climate, because it's inside the mountain range, the Andes range inside Argentina. And so we get a lot of vines struggling. And when the vines struggle, we get very good quality fruit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Always red.
For the most part.
Yeah.
But we do have, interestingly enough, inside our portfolio, a white Malbec from the family that everybody is familiar with here inside the Bahamas that introduced us all to Malbec, which is Trevento. So we have a Trevento Reserve white Malbec. It's pretty nice. So, I think 3 years ago when we brought it in, it was interesting, but it kind of grew on us.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and then there's, of course, it is a red grape, so you can get Malbec rosés, you can get Malbec sparkling wines as well. But for us, the prominence of Malbec is it being a single varietal with particular locations in Argentina that gives good quality. And I think both of these are good representations. Actually, one represents what Argentina is doing, which is 100% Malbec, and the other represents what Malbec used to be. And so this Cocodillo is actually a blend that is dominated by Cab Franc and Cabernet Sauvignon, but that has the Malbec and that essence of juiciness, lusciousness, and color.
Right. Yeah. You mentioned Trevento, and so is it sweet or is it not always sweet? So
Trevento is a brand that kind of we associated with sweet because it was introduced as sweet. It was introduced to Malbec as a sweet Malbec. And I think we mentioned it a couple of times on the show, in the heyday, 30,000 cases of Trevento sweet wines were coming through our market.
When we say introducing me into the Bahamas, sweet.
Yeah,
Not to
introduce
the world.
not to the world at all.
And it was specifically sweet Malbec.
It was specifically sweet Malbec, while the remainder of the world outside of this region was drinking the Reserve and the Golden Reserve from the same house, Trevento. In fact, the juice was created for our market and then shared with other Caribbean markets because Bristol wanted to find a way to compete with some other sweet wines that was getting. Right. Yeah, so we had the folks from Concha Toro at that point who was responsible for Trevento come down and taste some of the wines in the market. And our predecessors and our senior vice president, Sandy Roll and Rusty Skates, back and forth and tasted and said, this is it.
Oh, so we got it like that?
So Argentinians weren't necessarily drinking what we were drinking.
No. They, at that point, Argentinians were known for valued wines in bulk. Right, so your $5, your $10 bottles of wine, your Casillero del Diablo, and that kind of stuff.
So if a market can say that, I mean, that is your high volume.
Absolutely. I mean, we still have some of the suppliers who were players at that point still trying to figure out, is there room in the sweet market for us to hit those kind of numbers again, kind of thing. Yeah, because they were there, they were here with me. I mean,
it's a good question.
I think we're hitting those numbers collectively as a category, but I don't think there's one brand that's carrying 30,000 cases in the sweet category.
That's exciting and disturbing.
I don't want you to skirt past what you said about the struggling vine. I'm always interested in the agricultural side of this stuff. So you said that makes the grape better?
Yeah, so just think about it. If you were to have a fruit-bearing tree, right, and you're cutting down all of the extra limbs and leaves and everything, you're forcing now all of the nutrients to go into the fruit. So it's the same thing with grape growing, right? We're struggling and we're trimming and pruning and everything else. We're forcing whatever nutrients is coming through to get to the actual berry. And so once the vine itself is struggling, the berry itself gives us better quality fruit.
And this one is 100%?
Yeah, this one that we're going to chase first is 100 Malbec, Punto Final.
It looks, you mentioned the inkiness, it looks dark from the bottom.
From the outside, yeah. And once we start the pour, you'll realize the shade of the bottle isn't much different than the other, wine bottles that we've been opening.
So you have noticed Bahamians willing to try Malbec beyond sweet Malbec?
Absolutely. I think what a lot of folks are still hung up on is the fact that we were drinking sweet Trevento, and so it's difficult for them to get to this dry Trevento and to appreciate the dry version of the Trevento that we have.
Right.
But persons enjoy Malbecs. And for us, Malbecs is a summer season wine as well. I had these chilling inside the freezer for a couple minutes before I came to the show. But it'll be the same thing. You put it in a cooler or a bucket of ice before you do some barbecue in the summer. Perfect wine.
Excellent.
She is dark.
Yeah. I'd let Tori lead the tasting just because I have coffee on my palate.
And the nose is there for sure.
I like the nose. I don't know what a Malbec is supposed to necessarily.
Dark fruit and some smokiness.
Berries.
Very tonic, but it's good though.
Oh, it's smooth.
It's smooth. But this is the Reserve Malbec.
Oh, okay.
It's the Reserve Malbec.
Yeah. It kind of plays in the back, but not super.
Right. It's not like a
doesn't grip.
Right.
Yeah.
So it isn't like a extremely tonic cab or anything of that sort, and it isn't like a very light Pinot Noir with a big acid bite, but you do get tannin structure and you do get acid on the side.
This is smooth enough to drink standalone.
Yeah.
I normally wouldn't drink my Malbec without a pizza or something, off the grill. But this is smooth enough to drink.
Very nice.
Perfect temperature. Perfect temperature.
You mentioned off the grill. Argentina is known for its meat. Grilled meat, right? Smoked meat.
Most definitely.
And I could see that. Yeah.
Open grill style, even pouring this in your marinade and letting it sit.
Oh, wow.
And then the following day you're putting it on the open grill. I know we are medium well or well done people, but medium is pushing it enough. Better. I mean, medium rare is like the best, but medium is like let's see how we can start to appreciate and enjoy the medium cooking as opposed to medium well or well done.
I'll give the Argentinians that one.
this one.
Again, what's the name? What's the name again?
This is Punto Final Reserve Malbec.
Final.
Yeah. So the Punto Final is our workhorse. You'd see it in some restaurants on some listings. We are transitioning to the reserve level just based on inventory levels and everything that we have. I think it's a good wine. I think this,
Yeah.
And what are we talking about in terms of price point? What are we looking at here?
I'm going to confirm that right now, but I'm certain we're no more than $22, $23.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
We might be on the retail, maybe 26, 27.
Mm-hmm. And this would be in all.
Yeah,
Bristol
this one is in
locations?
all Bristol stores.
Okay.
This one is in all Bristol stores.
Yeah.
25.
25. Okay,
Very good.
that's pretty
Yeah.
decent. Pretty decent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Good stuff. Again, some of the food pairings you talked about, pizza, steak.
Yeah, some good comfort food. Anything coming off of the grill. Even your poultry, some duck, some chicken, some pork, some lamb.
Back in the duck.
Yeah, but definitely some beef.
Yeah.
Medium on the beef coming off the grill. Nice little sauce.
I could see that.
Little red wine
Yeah.
demi. Put this in your marinade, let it sit for a minute. Let that seamlessly transfer from taste profile and the meat to the palate. Don't hesitate. Put it inside the fridge for 10, 15 minutes before you open it up. A little bit more enjoyable, especially as we move into the summer temperatures. But that's good.
Speaking of which, do normal, regular people come looking for wine to cook with? They do?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I think for us is getting them to a point of, if it ain't good to drink, it ain't good to cook. So, but not necessarily that we want you to spend $25 on a bottle to go and cook with. But if you're going to enjoy this bottle, why not cook with it and enjoy it?
That's true.
As well.
Right.
So, make the 25 go both ways.
Because Kyle,
the problem-
Kyle has that secret recipe he has with corned beef.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't tried it
You're
yet.
joking, right? No, seriously?
I want to. I haven't tried it yet.
Wine
Wine.
in corned beef.
Wait.
Wait. No. What other corned beef is?
Is there any what?
Wait,
What?
he's looking embarrassed, but we need to know more about this.
I love corned beef.
I'm not looking embarrassed. It's because
No,
it's
you're
always
embarrassed
a
about
running
us.
conversation.
To
right?
be around Neanderthals who don't know about this.
Right. So Tori understands the concept, but he's just never experienced it. Right.
I love corned
And
beef.
most
So
people,
how did you-
most people have a running joke because there was another wine brand that played with corned beef, right? But let's think about it, right? We're sitting here and we're talking about savory characteristics in a wine, right? Tomato-based stuff is always savory.
Right.
I mean, we have classic pairings as to what we put with tomato-based pizzas, what we put with tomato-based pastas, bolognese, so on and so forth. What do we put in corned beef?
So don't make it weird, right?
Don't make it weird.
Really.
So
you have an assumption you've got to come with some of this.
So
I really want to try it.
what we will do is we will organize that remote show
That we
that we
talked
said we
about.
have
Okay.
at Versailles,
Uh-huh.
and we'll have our
Okay.
culinary friends at Versailles through instructions follow a recipe that incorporates simply sautéing your herbs in wine that sits with corned beef and watching that show up on your plate.
Wow. Anyone that you recommend, or did you?
It'll be a Pinot Noir or a Chianti. Those are classic pairings with tomato-based foods.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And just for the people who don't know what Versailles is.
Oh, and so Versailles is our partner at Crew on the hill at Bristol to Gladstone Road. They provide food. It's a restaurant, outdoor restaurant setting. Open up from about 12 until 12, depending on crowd. Daily lunch specials, a full menu, and in fact, they're in the transition of moving into a new menu with a cocktail list and some wine offerings as well.
So every time you do corned beef, you do it like this?
Not every time, but
Okay.
I have a 6-year-old, so I can't cook with wine all the time.
Right. So what do you do with steamed tuna?
White wine, grown up at late, Sauvignon Blancs, saute down your herbs. The same citrus components that we smell and taste in these wines is what we are depending on to show up on when it's in the pot, minus the alcohol content.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm getting it.
Just so people understand, culinary was my first love. I've been formally trained before I got into hospitality and wine,
Right.
and so I'm not coming here with just something off of the whim.
Okay.
We're just learning the guy could cook.
All this time. Anyway, we're gonna do that show very soon. Very soon. Okay, that is very fascinating. We got to do a whole show on that. Take your Bahamian food up to another level with the right ingredients. Yeah, that sounds good.
No, that is a show.
Yeah, no, definitely a whole show.
Yeah, that's like. I like that.
That's gonna be good.
We'll have to talk to our friends at Bahama to go to the kitchen and do.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, because I seen you guys.
Yeah, that was a good one. Tie everything together. On air. This is a meeting.
This is darker.
Much darker.
Wow.
So which one is this?
This is the blend, Crocodillo it's called. So it has less Malbec in it, but we're getting a combination of grapes that usually have darker colors. So Cabernet Sauvignon is dark in color.
Smells sweeter.
Cabernet Franc brings a lot of aroma. And then Malbec, color, juiciness, and roundness.
This is a real bouquet.
And Petit Verdot as well.
This is a real bouquet, like on the nose.
Yeah, we
Very inviting.
Yeah, very much so.
Right.
A little bit of pepper
Warm
too.
fruit. Yeah.
You like this pepper thing?
Yeah, I smell the pepper.
Wow, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Yeah.
So we would say that first one is smooth, but this is smooth. But this has a lot of complexity that as it goes over the palate, it's like good fruit character.
Very much so.
Nice tannin, and you feel some stuff to the roof of the mouth. Good acid that kind of bites but then releases. And so it's a smooth finish. But definitely you taste complexity. There's a lot more going on in this.
Wow.
It's white pepper, by the way. Okay. It's white pepper. It's not black pepper. It's white pepper.
I know it's pepper. And this is again Argentina?
Yeah. Yeah. This belongs to the Paul Hobbs family. And so, through the movement of people and expertise, we moved this grape from France, where it was in a blend, to Argentina, where it was used as a single varietal. But of course, there would be players inside this industry who say, well, let's see how it works in Argentina if we would have treated like we treated it inside France. Being 100% Malbec, let's see if we bring some Malbec to play with a little bit of Cab Franc, with a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon, a little bit of Petit Verdot, and what do we get? Fantastic blend.
It feels like if you like several different types of reds, obviously there's different grapes in it. You could just have this one.
This one right there. Yeah, this is definitely middle of the road, but sophisticated, like elevated
and it's
for
very
sure.
different from some of the American blends.
Right,
Yeah.
which is juicy and high alcohol and, almost like all of the fruit in the front and nothing in the back. But this, you get a balance in the finish from start to finish.
And it's still good on the alcohol because it's 14.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you still get your oomph.
I like the color. It's really dark. Yeah.
And how much is something like this?
Off the top of my head, I want to say 48. Somewhere around there.
Okay, so it's a little higher price.
Yeah. I mean, you carry around some name recognizability behind it. Paul Hobbs is well known in terms of wine production in California, and this is their Argentinian approach. I think it's worth the $50 for sure. It's not an everyday wine, most definitely. Right company, right conversation, right food, and I think you'll enjoy.
Yeah.
So they sell it along the Malbec line?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think for us this morning, it's just awesome to see 100% Malbec versus it in a blend. Not too far in terms of site production in Argentina. So similar climatic conditions, similar soil types, but just 100% Malbec versus blending it and see how it performs.
Yeah.
But, you mentioned California for some reason. with
So
this one.
the owners and the winemakers are from California.
Oh, but they grow and produce in Argentina.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. We have something else. Who else does that? Well, they don't produce in Argentina, but the Wagner family does the Red Schooner, and they do their production in California, but they grow and everything inside Argentina.
Yeah. Red Schooner is good too.
Yeah. I've been on that voyage before.
Which one?
There you go. Oh, you Red Schooner guys.
All right, so this is good stuff. Good stuff there. So what would you say to people who might be a little apprehensive about trying a Malbec, or hung up on the sweet variety, the sweet kind?
Well, truth be told is we manipulated the winemaking process to get it sweet, right? And so wines, for us, is to find a wine that fits you with minimal, human intervention, right? And so Malbec also represents a good value. So Punto Final here, we said is $25. This is the reserve. The regular would be between $18 and $20. So you don't have to spend more than $20 to try a Malbec to see. The Golden Reserve Malbec is $24.99, somewhere around there. So again, we were in that same price point that we started off 3 years ago, between $20 and $30, and finding good value within that price point.
Right.
Malbecs, for the most part, would fit in that. On the top of that $30 price point, you would find something like this. You would find something like maybe Felino. We may have 2, and then Red Schooner. Those would be our 3 Malbecs above that. So price isn't an issue when it comes to trying Malbecs. The side of food, I think, will give us a little bit more of an appreciation for it. Whether it's, it's not our go-to for tomato-based stuff, but we could do this on the side of homemade spaghetti, right? We could do this on the side of some roast chicken coming out of the oven on a Sunday. But, elevating that experience, everybody is in the backyard now between Friday and Sundays and lighting up the grill. You put this in the cooler and you pull it out, and be elevating that experience as well, just by spending $25.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Red Schooner was a Malbec.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Now you know.
That's
excellent stuff there.
Expanding.
The more you know.
The more you know.
All right. So, hey, Malbec.
It was pretty good.
Cheers to Malbec.
It was that one was a surprise because I didn't have Punto Final in a while. In a while, so
no, very good.
It'll
very good.
be added to the list.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll get into Amaretto and Cocoa Plum. Yeah.
And the new Zena will tell us all about that, right?
Indeed.
This is Morning Blend Business with Bristol Wines and Spirits. We're going to be back in just a bit here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
On Angie, how does it feel to have broken the bull record?
Sore, Sean. That bull was angry.
Angie, I think that bull is headed towards your red convertible.
I broke the world record and he broke my car. Oh well, at least I've got CG Comprehensive Motor to cover this.
Get covered for collision, damage, and more. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
CFAL is a proud sponsor of Team Bahamas for the 2026 Carifta Games.
5 years of PLP rule. Are you better off today? While you work, they've spent millions on taxpayer-funded trips, a government-funded luxury car, and handed out hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts. But for the rest of us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare that is broken, unaffordable, and out of reach. And it's not just your wallet. For 5 years, illegal immigrants have flooded our communities, putting excessive pressure on our schools, our housing, and our social services. As they flood in, Bahamian families fall behind. Under the FNM, there will be a change. The FNM has a plan to address the rising cost of living, secure our borders, protect Bahamians from illegal immigrants, because the FNM knows our job is to work for you and not the few. This message was paid for and authorized by the Free National Movement.
Put more money back in your pocket with the Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan. Why pay more when you can pay less? Reduce your monthly debt payments down to one low, easy payment. Apply for a Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming, but with CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you toward peace of mind and financial stability. Low upfront costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth, so you can visit CFAL.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
CFAL is a proud sponsor of Team Bahamas for the 2026 Carifta Games.
A paid political message by the Free National Movement's candidate for Fort Charlotte, Travis Robinson.
Fort Charlotte, stand up! Bahamas, wake up! All across this nation, time to see the truth clear now. Tell Brave and Sebas, all money ain't good money. FNM, we ready. Hey! Hey, hey. Brave say he love the poor man, but the poor man can't see no plan. Sebas get rich, now we run the land, while Bahamians catching hell again. Big mansion, big cars, big talk, but can't walk, the people walk. All that money and still can't rest. Power hungry, heart can't bless. All money, brave you know. You sell the soul of the nation for a number show. Sebas County million FNM say no. Fort Charlotte rise, let the truth flow. All money ain't good money.
A paid political message by the Free National Movement's candidate for Fort Charlotte, Travis Robinson. This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app. NASA.
It is time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. The construction of an egg production plant for the Golden Yolk project began at $7 million, but grew to $40.3 million after the contractor explained that he inadvertently left the cost of civil works for the plant out of the original contract price. That's according to a leaked tender document obtained by the Guardian business section. The document, titled Tender Report for Additional Funding to Cover Cost of Civil and Site Works at BAIC Golden Yolk Plant, explains that the total funding for the plant was initially more than $25 million. However, the original project funding did not allow for the civil works required to the site. The document states that Trade Winds Builders Company Limited is the general contractor for the Golden Yolk egg production plant. You need to read that story in today's Guardian business section. The Bahamas has secured a landmark opportunity to position itself at the forefront of a global tourism dialogue after winning the bid to host the Global Sustainable Tourism Council 2027 conference, becoming the first Caribbean nation to stage the prestigious event. The Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation explained that the conference is set from May 18th through 21st at the British Colonial Hotel and Margaritaville Beach Resort. Hosting the event places the country in the international spotlight, given the policymakers, investors, tourism and operators, and sustainability experts from around the world who will be in attendance. In your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX from Tuesday, your market movers, Commonwealth Bank moving 1,450 shares, closing down 36 cents to $4.14 shares, unchanged at $14.93. Consolidated Water down 9 cents, closing at $6.67. And Emira Incorporated up 5 cents, closing at $12.96. The BISX All-Share Index closing at 3,206.81, down 0.41. That's your Market Watch, and that is your morning business report brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. And we are back with Morning Blend Business on this Wednesday morning. Dwight Strachan and Chester Robards. We are here with Bristol Wines and Spirits, Kyle Stubbs, Tori Saunders, and Zena Williams. And we've been celebrating with some Malbec. And moving on now to Amaretto. Okay, Tori, are you okay? You just opened that bottle and had an experience. Yep. Okay.
All Malbec ain't good Malbec.
What now? Oh, boy.
They be earworming us all day, man. I don't know.
I would you just to get your Malbecs from
Get your
Bristol.
Malbecs from Bristol, that's right.
All right, so Amaretto. Let people know Amaretto's been around for a
Very
long time, right?
It's
Like,
a really nice category in the spirit realm.
Really surprising how long it's been. It's hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It
And
must be a sweet country.
and people who drink amaretto, they drink amaretto.
Yeah.
They don't play around, right?
yeah.
I mean, if
Is
you
there-
know,
is there
if we would have called it brand, yeah. But I mean, there is. But if we would have called it brand, everybody's testosterone this, testosterone that, testosterone this, right? And if you were to taste this on the side of testosterone, you would be like, hold on.
Tell
Where's
'em.
this made?
Tell them.
Who made this? This is Bohemian. It has cocoa plum in it.
Because everyone here
They only like that
Yeah.
bottle.
Well, yes.
yeah, it's the bottle. Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I mean, that bottle was nice until this bottle showed up too, right?
Oh, get them, Kyle.
But I mean, that other one that you mentioned. It's a little
It's all right.
sweetish.
Yeah.
It's what?
Again,
But some people like sweet.
Again, so this line of products, all of these from Bahamas Botanicals, it's about the phytochemical benefits from these indigenous fruits and botanicals.
Right. Okay.
With minimal to no human intervention in terms of additives, right?
And that cannot be said about the other one.
No.
No. Okay.
It's the same thing with the Amaro. It cannot be said about, the Campari that everybody
Right,
drinks. The same thing with our coconut rum, right? People taste our coconut rum versus the other coconut rum. It's like, oh, this is so much lighter and cleaner and coconutty, and this is so much more heavier and syrupy and 10 times the amount of sugar. And so it's about those benefits, right? But still being true to the category and then finding a medium that gives us an enjoyable liquid.
But these lines aren't necessarily about mashing.
Absolutely not.
It's about quality.
Most definitely.
And
It's a story.
authenticity.
Most definitely. We're celebrating the Bahamas harvest this year, right? So whether it's the coconut, whether it's the dilly, whether it's the cocoa plum, whether it's the cascarilla, it's about those things. And when production stops, maxed out.
Get it while you could get it.
It's that kind of thing.
So how many different products are there now?
Amaro, feather bed, cocoa plum, and then 4 on Islands and Keys. So 7 so far.
Okay.
This smells
Dilly,
like
pineapple.
Cocoa plum.
She wanted
Coconut.
me. This smells amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't like cocoa plum so much.
There you go.
like
From
cocoa
from the I don't like cocoa plum.
All right. So should you drink it neat? Should you drink it? Should you mix it? What should you do with it?
However you treat your Disaronno. We've just been doing some amaretto sours over the weekend in Exuma, and they were pretty decent. On the fly. Just on the rocks would be fantastic. This with lemonade, I think, would be fantastic as well.
I like the idea of a sour with it.
No, I had a great amaretto sour and it was amazing. And,
Alright.
the cocoa plum wins.
It does.
plum
It is.
wins.
It's
Okay.
actually very nice.
So let's try it.
You like cocoa plum?
Sniff it all day.
That's it. You could sniff it all day and take you back to picking cocoa plum in Abaco down the shore.
Opens up the sinuses. It's very
I
smooth.
believe all of our
Very
products
smooth.
are good, but I think that this is
very nice.
So true to the category, so good, so balanced. Like this, probably this in the Amaro or that whole range is.
It's got decent legs too.
It isn't as sweet.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on that makes you think like, oh, that's a nice flavor punch.
But it would still appeal to the sweet palate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, this takes up that other one. Takes it to another level.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is,
Oh, yeah.
This is absolutely on a higher plane than that. Wow. Okay. So yeah, Tori, what would you do with it? What would you?
Yeah, I definitely
mix
do a
this?
sour.
Mhm.
I definitely do it because it balances out the sweet. It balances out the sweet. So the sweet and the sour because I'm a.
See, now I need to go to Tori to taste his thing because
Yeah, definitely. So meet me on the hill and we will do a sour.
after that little concoction you did here.
Oh yeah.
But who made this?
Yeah, for sure. And it's all about the measurements.
Yeah.
Because I know everywhere we go in the Bahamas, people want to be, I want to get punched in the throat. I want to.
Give me a little more
Is that literally what they say?
Yeah. Give me the more alcohol.
What's some more alcohol in that? No.
yeah.
You want one cup and then leave? No. I want you to
Right.
have 3 or 4 different cups
Yeah.
and enjoy the
Yeah,
cocktail
and stuff.
and
It's about-
not
yeah.
get lost in it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
and that's
getting
what people
better as you let it breathe.
It opens
It's
up.
So imagine.
I mean, you have those people. As Peter would call them savages.
You know, we try not to condone savagery. So you know, hey, let me make you a perfect cocktail.
Yes.
You know, you drink that, and you be like, you know, I want another one.
It's
I don't
very
want
nice.
one drink and done. There's no one and done yet.
Yeah,
No.
like at the end of the day, it is a business, right? The alcohol industry is a business, and so if I can give you one cocktail that has 5 ounces of alcohol in it, the business-wise, I'm not looking out for the business because I should be able to get 2.5 cocktails out of 5 ounces, right? So we impacting business when we play those kind of games, and some people try to figure, well, how come you don't make no money because you put 40, you only charging $10.
Right.
So the ice, the mixer, the cup, and the alcohol, you undercharging yourself kind of thing. But proper balance in measurements, you know, and
enjoy it.
And as a human being, your main point shouldn't be getting wasted.
Yeah, I mean,
It's about enjoying the taste of
as an
the
adult.
thing.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
because we don't encourage using alcohol as a vice for any problem.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Put that out there.
All right. So how much does this retail for?
Little bit of money. Couple of dollars.
Cena's been quiet with us today.
This is a 375 milliliter bottle that we have. I know we go down as small as the 50 ml.
The what you call the tourist package?
And we go up to the tourist package. And then we go as large as the liter.
So it's good, you know, you have one in your pocket before your meetings or your interviews. You know.
I don't know what I was talking about.
They got the cruise ship smuggling size.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's, you know, this wants to go. You can carry it to the airport.
Okay, so the large bottle is $45. Okay. 24 is on the
This one here.
375.
Okay. That's pretty good.
$5 for it.
And $5 on the 50 ml.
And he said
in the
this
shot.
is essentially small batch stuff. So once you get it, you need to get it.
You need to get
seasonal.
it.
It's
I mean,
seasonal, right?
I don't know if it's
Will
seasonal.
it come back?
I mean,
Oh.
well, it's
Tell us about it.
Zena?
So the harvest is obviously seasonal.
Right.
So we can only get cocoa plums when cocoa plums are ripe. Just like we can only get sapodilla when sapodilla is ripe, we can only get coconut. But coconut is usually, you see that all the time. But the products more like cocoa plum and sapodilla, you could only process them when the season is in.
Right.
So obviously if we process and we make, let's say we make 2 pallets of cocoa plum, if you go and you buy all of Bristol, we cannot make any more until the next cocoa plum season. So it's not as if the products are seasonal because we make them as long as we have product, but the harvest is seasonal.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's a
Absolutely.
great way to explain that. Thank you very
That's
much.
why we should
Thank
get
you
her to
very
talk
much.
more often.
We got,
I'm with you, Justin.
we got less than a minute. Any events coming up over the next few weeks?
Yeah,
Zena,
I got it.
Okay, less than a minute. Let me speed through. First, May 9th, we have the Deani and DeVille concert that's going to be at Crew. We have lots of products at Bristol sponsoring this event. So
I've seen the flyers. Who are they?
Who, the sponsors?
Deani
They are artists. They are artists.
I'm an old man.
So if you go on the Bristol page
me.
and you see the flyer, if you find today at Bristol Gladstone Road any of the brand managers responsible for any of those brands and purchase 1 bottle of their products, you will be possibly a winner of 2 all-access passes. Today only. So go to the hill today. So that's that. Then we also have May 15th. We will be in Eleuthera at our Governor's Harbor store for a Hampton Water happy hour. That is going to be 6 to 9 p.m. $25 gets you Hampton Water samples as well as Hampton Water cocktails. This is at our Eleuthera location, Governor's Harbor. May 16th, we are going to be back in that, a Mimosa Day Floral Workshop where you get to do a flight of mimosas while you build a floral arrangement. We also have a lot of cute stuff for the people to do. We're going to have photo booth and all of that, you know, extra little oomph to the event. If you missed our Prosecco and Pilates event, this event is definitely something you won't want to miss. It's $150 a person. Just email me, zwilliams@bristol.bs to secure your spot today. $150. It includes your floral arrangement, your Prosecco flight, light bites, photo booth, all of that.
Okay. Excellent.
Next, we have May 23rd. we are going to be back for another wine experience. It's our chocolate, cheese, and wine. So we are going to show you how to pair wine with different chocolates and different cheeses. That is going to be at Crew again. So we have a lot of experiences for that as well. You email zwilliams@bristol.bs to secure your spot. And we would be happy to have you. We have a lot of experiences coming up. We definitely encourage you to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And lastly, I'm being reminded that we also have our wine level 1 certification course coming up. It's going to be on the 22nd and 23rd. Email me, zwilliams@bristol.bs to sign up for the course. It's $350 a person, and you get your level 1 certification. We definitely encourage you to sign up for that because we want more wine professionals. And last, one more thing, Wine Club. On Cloud Wine Club is being started by Bristol Wines and Spirits.
Okay, we're very excited about this one.
We are very excited. The Welcome Happy Hour, if you join Wine Club, is Friday, May 22nd. We have 4 tiers for Wine Club, whether you want to be a wine aficionado, connoisseur, or a wine master. We have a level for you, and it has with different perks. So sign up today.
Where do you sign up?
So we have a form, but if you email me, zwilliams@bristol.bs, I can email you the form, and you just give us a little bit of information about you. And like I said, the first session for Happy Hour, which is free to all Wine Club members, is Friday, May 22nd. And if you sign up for the 2 highest tiers, you will also be getting your first free wine box at that Happy Hour. Wow. The wine box comes with 3 bottles of wine trinkets, cards for every Wine Club member. So definitely this is something you would want to sign up for today.
All right, excellent. I guess you need to do it now. But
you need to do it before May 22nd because that's when the Happy Hour is. So we could definitely go into more details at our next Wine Wednesday on Guardian Radio.
Excellent. Exciting things going on.
Way to go, Zeno.
All right. Kyle Stubbs, Troy Saunders, and Zena Williams. Great stuff. Good to see you guys again. We'll see you next month. Thank you again. We appreciate you all at Bristol Wines and Spirits. Chester Robards, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for filling in the past few days. I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight, Strachan, have a great day, everybody. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green next.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on Guardian.